Welcome to Gangtok, the beautiful capital of Sikkim based in eastern Himalayas. It's known for its breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture and serene monasteries. Gangtok, this hill station, has become a popular destination for many tourists and adventure seekers. Situated at an altitude of 5,410 feet, Gangtok's terrain is a mix of rolling hills and steep slopes. The city offers mesmerizing views of snow-capped mountains, including the mighty Kanchenjunga, the third highest peak in the world. With its twisty roads, misty weather, and a perfect blend of modernity and tradition, Gangtok has become a must-visit destination for anyone who is looking to experience the charm of the Himalayas. So now, definitely Gangtok is a beautiful hill station with fresh mountain air, but also with insane traffic. And if you have ever ridden through the streets, you know it's a challenge. But don't worry, today in this video, I'll be sharing some essential and useful tips on how to navigate the city traffic of Gangtok like a pro. Hello and what's up everyone, I hope you all are doing good. Welcome back to the channel Himali Rider Vlogs, and to this new video where I'll be helping you out with some useful tips that you can use while riding your motorcycle in city traffic, particularly while you are in hill stations. So without further ado, let's get started. So first up, let's talk about what makes Gangtok traffic so unique and different to other city traffics. Now this city being a hill station, so you can understand the roads are pretty narrow over here as compared to the roads of the other cities. It has quite steep slopes as well as declines, and the weather over here is quite unpredictable. You also get to see a lot of pedestrians on the streets of Gangtok, and of course lots of varieties of vehicles that run on the streets of Gangtok every day. So you have to be extra alert when you are riding your motorcycle in city traffic of Gangtok. Plus, let me just add few points about the Gangtok traffic rules and regulations. So here Gangtok is totally horn-free city, so you are not allowed to honk, so unnecessarily of course. But if you have a habit of honking regularly when you're riding in other cities, when you come in Gangtok, it's quite different. Next, if you are riding motorcycle, then you can switch lanes and overtake wherever you get enough space. But if you are in four-wheelers, then it's always advisable that you do not switch lanes and overtake as much as possible, because here overtaking is not allowed. And last thing for your information, there are few traffic points in Gangtok where the AI cameras have been installed, and these cameras normally take the information from your vehicle's registration number. So if you have any mismatch or if your documents are not up to date, then straight away you get a e-challan in your mobile number, which is linked with your registered number of your vehicle. So you have to make sure that when you come to Gangtok, your vehicle's documents, everything is up to date. So those are few information regarding Gangtok traffic rules and regulations. There might be other points which I have not included, or I might have just skipped and forgotten. So if anybody can add, you can do so in your comment section. So that is little bit about Gangtok traffic in general, before we jump into giving you tips on how to ride safely and efficiently in the traffic of Gangtok. So let's start with the tip number 1. So first and foremost, understand that if you're riding in Gangtok, you find steep roads out here, whether you are climbing or whether you are descending. So when you are descending, always remember to use engine braking when you're going downhill, so that you avoid using your brake excessively, and then because if you use your brake too much, the brake will get heated, and then the braking efficiency will come down of your motorcycle. So always use that engine braking. So how it works is, when you're descending down, if it's too steep, like you need to put your motorcycle in gear number 1 and release the clutch. Do not engage the clutch, because that is where the engine braking is not going to work. If it's not too steep, then you can even come down to gear number 2 or gear number 3. But remember, do not engage the clutch and then release the clutch. Your motorcycle's engine will do the rest of the job. So it will help you to avoid braking too harder, and it's very, very important when you're descending down in Gangtok city traffic. And when you're climbing uphill, remember that you need to maintain the throttle speed, throttle response as much as similar every time, so that you don't face a problem of stalling. Do not use throttle too much or too less, because that will cause your bike to disbalance, and then if you don't maintain the proper speed, you'll lose balance and you might crash, or your bike might stall in the middle of the road. So make sure that you maintain steady throttle response. When you're visiting Gangtok, remember the weather in Gangtok is very unpredictable. Gangtok's weather changes very fast. Remember that. So if it's a foggy situation, try and use low beam, and if you have fog lights installed, so you can use it. Unnecessarily do not switch on your fog lights, because it might disturb the opposite side vehicle. So it's a basic ethics that you have to learn when you're riding your motorcycle in the streets. And basically in Gangtok they are not allowing unnecessary fog lights being installed in two-wheelers, so be careful where you are using it. And in foggy conditions, remember you should always use low beam, because if you use high beam, the high beam will bounce from that moving clouds. You'll have more difficulty, so use low beam. And if it's raining, avoid sudden braking or sudden movements. You have to maintain a safe distance even when you are cornering. If it's a rainy and slippery roads, do not lean too much, otherwise there is a risk of slipping and then you might crash. Always try to stay away from those slippery road markings, so that is important. And if you are riding two-wheelers here in Gangtok, you should always have that rain gears, maybe loaded in your top box or in your backpack, because as I said, the weather changes anytime here in Gangtok. It's so unpredictable. So during those situations, if you have rain gear, then it's going to be safe for you guys. Now in Gangtok city, with so much stop and go traffic situations, slow speed balance is going to be key for you guys. So it's going to be very helpful if you can learn and master the slow speed balancing. It means to have that essential speed that is required to balance your motorcycle, and at the same time to ride slow in those kind of traffic situations, because normally in Gangtok you do not get a lot of space for overtaking, since the roads are quite narrow and it's just a one lane road over here. You don't have 2-lane or 3-lane roads, so it's just one lane. Sometimes if you don't have open roads for overtaking, so you need to have a skill of slow speed balancing. So it's very helpful in those kind of situations. So how you can do is, obviously you need to use your clutch and brakes, particularly the rear brakes, so that you can maintain the control of your motorcycle in tight spots and in a slow speed. And try to do it without bringing your legs down if possible, and if you are able to do that, it's going to be very helpful, trust me. You should always watch out for pedestrians crossing the road. In Gangtok we don't have problem of taxis stopping at random places, because taxis, there are designated taxi stops, so only on those stops the taxis are allowed over here. So you don't have a problem, unlike other cities where taxis, and autos, and then they stop abruptly, and all of a sudden they stop, and then that might cause a problem for the riders, those riding behind too close to them. But here we don't have that problem. But yes, for pedestrians, they appear out of nowhere, so keep scanning the road ahead in a very vigilant manner. That is something that I would like to point out. Now when you're riding in Gangtok traffic, I always suggest you to stick to a particular lane and then don't come out of the opposite lane. As I said in the earlier segment, that this road is just a one-lane road. So in that situation, you cannot go out of your lane too much. It's going to be very risky. And then, yes, you should never overtake in blind corners. There are many blind corners, since this is a hilly region. Overtaking is necessary in Gangtok. It's no point staying in that queue, in that long line. You have to overtake, anticipate wisely, and make your move. Now when you are in Gangtok, remember Gangtok has specific traffic and riding rules. There are some areas where there are restricted entries, or it's just a one-way direction, one-way traffic. So in those situations, please follow the rules and do not enter if there is a restricted entry in that particular road. Follow the rules properly, as I said, and then avoid honking unnecessarily, and please maintain some patience when you are riding in Gangtok. So In the end, I just want to tell you that whether you are a local or whether you are a tourist visiting Gangtok on your motorcycle, follow the tips that I've just mentioned in this video to have a very safe ride and a stress-free ride. Do let me know in the comment section which traffic challenges annoys you the most. There are always a lot of challenges in different traffic situations in different cities. So here Gangtok might be a little bit different than the other city rides. So do let me know if you want to share something, some experiences that you have riding in city. So anyways, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. If you have got something important information through this video, please show some appreciation. That will give me a lot of motivation to further create videos and content for you guys. So I'm going to end this video over here, and then I'm going to see you guys very soon with the next one. Till then, ride safe and ride smart. See you again. Thanks for watching.